Hi, and welcome to the first edition of Pulse of the Parish for 2023. I'm Crystal Beechup. We're excited to be back with you for a full year of fun and exciting things happening at the Parish of Caddo. In this month's episode, we'll get an update from the Caddo Parish Commission, who recently selected their interim commissioner, elected new officers, including commission president. We'll sit down with President Burrell to discuss the upcoming year. If you've traveled up and down I-49, you may have noticed some unique Caddo Parish signs. We'll learn about these welcome signs and why they're so important to Caddo Parish. And finally, we'll get a recap of National Human Trafficking Awareness Month here in Caddo Parish. We've got a full episode, so let's go. The Caddo Parish Commission is off to a busy year. The Commission selected its new leadership for 2023 at their first meeting on January 5th. The new officers are Roy Burrell, Commission President, John Paul Young, Vice President, and Stormy Gates Watts, Parliamentarian. The Commission also selected Ronald Cothran, Interim Commissioner, to fill the District 8 seat left vacant by Jim Taliaferro.
Well, I'm Roy Burrell, Commission President for 2023. I've been involved in politics now over 25 years, so I'm hoping that I can bring some of that experience and tolerance into the political arena for the parish. I've been a city council member for 8 years, state representative for 12 years, and now I'm on the commission, so I made full circle. I was working as part of neighborhood associations. I started to help create neighborhood associations when I worked throughout some of the neighborhoods that I was working in. And the people felt that I needed to step out and do more, be in a more leadership role. And so they basically drafted me. So I've been doing it for some time, and even before that in the community that I grew up in the rural and just helping people. I grew up as a farmer. When we harvested, we took our produce and vegetables and shared it with the neighborhood. So that was part of public service. So I've been on that road quite a long time. Well, again, there are a lot of things that the Parish Commission does, but at the same time, my expectation is to help manage the expectations of other commissioners. Other issues like the parish budget. That is so important in terms of having a good bond rating. You have other issues like juvenile crime that is not only in the city, but it's in the parish too. So that is very critical. You have public safety issues that we get involved with, roads and bridges, health and nutrition, you name it, we touch on it. Well, I just want the public to know that they should get involved. The commission chamber is their chamber. If they have issues, come down and discuss them. If you don't want to do it publicly, contact your commissioner. Make sure you know who they are. Feel comfortable that you can do that. Don't feel intimidated because we're supposed to be there to serve you, not for you to serve us. The government provides a lot of services, and if they don't know that they do, then they never have access to them. My advice to them is to just speak up and speak out. That's what it's all about. It is your government. And don't be afraid of the people who represent you. If you put them in there, then they should serve you.
If you've traveled the I-49 corridor throughout Caddo Parish, you may have seen the newly installed Welcome to Caddo Parish road signs. These signs were funded by the Caddo Parish Commission and serve as an official welcome into the parish as visitors travel in from southern Louisiana and Arkansas. The concept was initially introduced to the Commission by Commissioner Lyndon B. Johnson.
Well, as I traveled throughout the United States, I noticed that a lot of cities and counties have signs that once you enter into that county or into that city. And I was like, well, Shreveport and Caddo Parish doesn't have that going from the north to the south. And so that concept came to my mind. I said, well, I remember my parents would always say, first impressions last a lifetime. And so basically I was like, We put a good sign coming into the parish to the north and also from the south. And as visitors come in, they'll see that sign as a first impression of our parish. What I hope that the citizens and the visitors get out of the sign is that they will see the sign, they will know that the sign is they're entering Caddo Parish and that it's a good place to visit and also to stay. Caddo Parish is a good place to stay and to visit. I want people to realize that we do make the news on some issues, but we are working to clarify those issues and make those issues better. And that it's sportsman's paradise. You can come hunt, fish. We have gambling boats. We have festivals. We have football games. And it's just a good place to be.
January was National Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and Caddo Parish Juvenile Services recognized the importance of the month by hosting a special ceremony on January 19th. Representatives from Juvenile Services, law enforcement, nonprofits, and survivors came together to recognize the work of this serious issue in our community. Governing bodies from Caddo, Bossier, and surrounding parishes signed joint proclamations declaring the month of January Human Trafficking Awareness Month in our area. Attendees also heard moving accounts of survivors whose lives have been affected.
Again, I want to thank everyone for coming out this morning and joining us for this proclamation ceremony. And again, all of our officials, elected officials and dignitaries and law enforcement that are here today, our service providers, our community partners.
Well, that's a wrap on this month's edition of Pulse of the Parish. We're excited to be back. As always, we invite you to join us every first Friday of the month at noon for a new and exciting look at all things at the Parish of Caddo. We'll see you next time.